car, if you can give the correct answer. Without looking into ChatGPT. Yeah. Loopholes. Okay. And where you can attack. Okay. And third. You can use any general example. That is attack vector. Anybody else? Okay, come. Now you give me some answer. I said if you give the correct answer, one more word will be added. One more word. Expose. Now there are four words: threat, attack, vulnerability, exploit. Okay. Interesting topic. Listen carefully. I want you to
How about danger?
sorry.
Danger.
Danger is like, okay, whether that is really dangerous for you or you have some assessment of that. So you say very danger, not danger, or not very danger, right? So that I have to later on. Okay, so now first let me give the answer for this whole, because we are talking about some topic is what vulnerability management, which is AI, right? Generative AI. So before we go to understand how vulnerability management can be done using generative AI, we should be clear what is vulnerability at all. Okay. When I teach security, I always say that nothing is secure in this world. Nothing. Whatever you carry, mobile phone, laptop, desktop, nothing is secure. The world topmost security scientist is definition is if you keep anything in the depth of the sea, cut from the internet, seeded in a titanium box, still it is saying the same, I will say nothing is safe. Security is an illusion. Nothing is secure. Now, he will say very simply in philosophy. So all are from computer science background. After 10 minutes, you all will agree what I am telling you is right or not. Basic concept you know, and you all will agree with me that why security is a myth. Okay. Suppose you go to buy a car and you went to Maruti showroom. Okay. And ask the person about the car, he will show you some car and say, sir, it is Maruti car, so and so model, cost is 8 lakh rupees. He will tell you the best features. Correct? He will tell you the best features. It has 4 wheels, 1 steering, nice dashboard, AC, everything. Okay, mileage, good speed, fine. And that car will take you from Bangalore to Mysore, wherever you want to go, the same seating capacity. 8 lakh rupees. And now you went to buy a Mercedes. So the Mercedes will also show you a car, but it don't have 6 wheels, it can also 4 wheels. Same money steering, but the cost is 50 to 60 lakh. And it will also take you Bangalore to Mysore. It also has the same kind of features on each, right? But when you went to buy a Maruti car and the salesman will not tell you that if you drive this car with 120 speed in Mysore Bangalore highway, probably all the window and the windshield will start shaking. And if you hit the car with 120 speed, you will direct destination. He will not tell that. He will not tell you that in 120 speed if you put a brake, how many turns you will get. He won't tell that. He won't tell you if your car topples, whether it will be safe or car will be safe. But when you bought that 50 lakh rupees car from Mercedes, he will give an assurance that 120 speed if you hit also, maximum car will have some problem, but you will reach your home safely. Our ABS system will protect you. What I mean to say that anything comes with a cost. Don't expect that security and reliability and safety measures of Mercedes in 8 lakh rupees Maruti. Will it be possible? Will it be possible to give the same features in 8 lakh rupees Maruti? It's not possible. The more you demand, the more things required, and it will increase the cost. You will say, why am I talking that? I am talking because you bought a mobile of Samsung in 10,000 rupees with Android OS and you bought a iOS Apple with 50,000 rupees installed in iOS. The cost and the software and the hardware which has costed you 50,000 rupees, there are some differences. It's not same. Nothing comes free in the world. Everything has some cost. Why I call you that security is different. So now let us discuss and understand and we come back to vulnerability management. When I said you are a software developer or computer science background and you might have studied computer software engineering. And in the study of software engineering, there is one very important chapter in software engineering called process estimation. And it is a very important topic, reliability and security measures. And there are so many other metrics. Suppose I want to develop a software where I need a very hardcore security feature. I have a lot of security requirements. If I want to do that, I need more people. I need more expert coder. If I put all these costs, what will happen? The cost of software. But my customer is a normal customer who is not ready to pay that much. Will you be able to sell that software? Not possible. So when I develop my product, what I have to see? I have to see both sides. Who are my customers? How much is his capacity? How much he will pay? And on that amount, how much I can give? So Maruti has its own market segment. That car is manufactured for one segment of people, seeing their capacity of purchase and their requirements. Likewise, software also has similar kind of things. Now, if I explain it in detail, all of you use Microsoft Windows operating system, right? How many of you know that Microsoft has a different version of operating system? There are some version which is called corporate and there is something which is called home. You know that? You have a different version. It is not same. I will tell you. You install an operating system in your computer and somebody installed the operating system in DRDO server or DRDO lab. Do you think the level of threat has same for both? No. Then how can the same operating system will protect both of them? There you have a different level of threat. You need a different level of security. Here you have a different level of threat. You have a different level of security. If I sell you the software which is highly secure, so definitely to build that software I have invested a lot of money. I can't sell you that software in 5,000. That costs 50,000, which is equal to cost of your laptop. Will you buy that operating system? You don't buy. So for home user, I have a different segment of this. Whereas for corporate or research organization, I have a different software. Because the threat is different and they will be ready to pay for that. Your threat is different, you will pay different. Now, when I said that, something exists there now. So what exists there? When I have sold you an operating system of 5,000 rupees, I am the manufacturer or developer of that software. When I have sold you that operating system, is that I don't know that this operating system has some weakness and it can be exploited. I know that. But I did not tell you. Why? If I tell you, you will not buy it. The person who sold you the Maruti car, he knows that if you are driving this car with 120 speed and put a brake, it will double. But he will never tell you. Why? That's not required. He has assumed the best stance, user behavior, and based on that, what is required. He do not count those exceptional scenarios. I won't tell that. I know about that. What I mean to say, any product which you are using in real life, whether it is hardware or software, has some weakness by default. The problem is, if the developer goes to patch those weaknesses, the cost will be too high, and if the product cost is high, I will lose the market segment. So what I have to do now? Balance. Balance with the features, balance with the cost. So now you will understand that yes, any product you use in the real life has some by default issues. How many have heard about 0 days vulnerabilities? It's a very common. If you have taught cybersecurity, you will encounter this word 0 day vulnerability. Have you heard about it? You have not heard about it. So now, let us talk about vulnerabilities. So what is vulnerability? I gave you 5-minute explanation. Now, can you tell me what is vulnerability? That is another thing. Okay. Now, I give you an example. Real-time example in banking. It won't work now. There was a ATM incident in Bangalore. It's almost 4 to 5 years. These are the common examples. So, when you go to ATM machine to withdraw money, try to record the sequence of activity. When you give your ATM card, nowadays nobody goes to ATM machine, all have used UPI. When you swap your ATM card, what happens? You detect the card and show your name, then it will ask for what? PIN code. Then it will ask whether you want to withdraw, deposit, something, right? And you have put the money, you said 5,000 rupees, it will dispense the money, right? My question to you, when the machine has dispensed 5,000 rupees and you don't take that money, what will happen? It is in the tray. I am not picking it. What will happen? Now, I am not picking the money. What will happen? I never tried, sir. I will take the money fast. I don't wait also. Okay, fine. Now, there are very interesting concepts there. Operating system concept, database concept, all things are there. Embedded system concept, everything is there. See how it is linked. If you don't take the money from the tray, it will beep for 15 to 20 seconds. And after that, the machine will sense that there is nobody to pay, and machine will take the money back. We go back to the tray, and machine will revert your transaction. So 5,000 was withdrawn, it will become back deposit. That's how it happens. So now, recall your operating system concept. There is one concept in operating system we can recall. Have you heard about atomic transition or atomic process? You know, you can remember that. What is that process? The process which cannot be interrupted. It has to finish in one cycle, right? These are atomic transitions process which cannot be interrupted. So now look at the process. You have given 5,000 rupees request. So system has to execute everything in a sequence. There is nothing called parallel processing computer. Parallel processing is kind of illusion. Internally it is sequence only, right? So now what happened? You gave the request to withdraw 5,000 rupees. So the computer has first done 5,000 minus from your account, then dispensed the money, and then printed the slip. This is the sequence. When you did not pick the money, the reverse. So what is the reverse? The reverse process is first sensor will sense, they will upgrade your account, revert to the 5,000, put the money back, close the process. When computer has detected that there is nobody, he has given the instruction to pull the money back. That's okay. And the transaction is reverted. But computer do not have any sense whether the really money has come or not. Now you try to understand what I mean. So what happened in this case, there was a fellow who used to go, got the card, put 5,000 or 10,000 or 50,000. Money used to come to the tray, he used to hold the hand till the computer has detected that nobody is there. Computer has given instruction to take the money back. That means instruction already executed. That time you should put forcibly and take the money out. Transaction recorded and money is out. Got it? Got it? Now you can't try this if you learn much now. Okay. Okay, now listen. Now, what I want to emphasize that, don't you think that the people who manufacture the ATM are not aware about this? Maybe they were not aware. But let me tell you, the person who did this was the person who was working in ATM machine manufacturing company itself. And he did this continuously for 10 to 12 ATM machines. Finally, he was caught. And when the police investigated, they got to know this fellow only is the manufacturer of ATM machines. So they know the weakness of the system. What I mean to say that there is no system in the world which is 100% safe and secure. There are flaws. And they know that. The only thing is, it is not going to be a public domain. Only few people, those who design the system, they know the weakness of the system, that in what permutation combination it will fit. Okay. Now, the thing what happened here, today if you go to do the same thing, it will not work. Why? It becomes the known vulnerability in public domain. Once the vulnerability is known in the public domain, company cannot be silent. They have to update the system, or else that system will be totally exploited. Now I got the word exploit. That means if the vulnerability is misused, that means it is exploited. There are various terminology: threat, attack, vulnerability, exploit, zero-day vulnerability. Now I will clear each term very clearly. We will not forget to the vulnerability. Your house have this kind of glass window, and there is no iron grill. Do you think that it is easy to break and get inside? Glass window. Yes or no? That's vulnerability. Anybody can break and get in. Who is threat for you? Threat. Some thieves. Person moving outside. They are the threat. This is vulnerability. If you break and get inside, attack. Yeah. I hope you got the definition here. What is threat may be there, but it is not necessary that it is exploited. Every system has threat, but whether it will be really exploited or not is a question mark. For example, your journey may be in the bank locker. So bank locker is a safe place, but bank locker also has a threat that somebody may attack, somebody may come in night and break it. But the chances are very less because it is safe enough, and nobody will try to put so much effort to break it and take because his return will be less than his effort. So threats are always there, but what do you need to see? Whether really threat will convert into attack, because the attacker always sees his return. If his effort is less than return, he won't do it. Now, same bank locker. If there are 1,000 rupees diamonds kept, same bank in just normal bank, do you think the same security guard is sufficient? That time, that threat will become more serious. Why? Because return is high. He will probably try all the way to get it. So every system has a threat, and every system has some vulnerability. The question comes that what will be the return of attacker? If the attacker is not going to get much from your system, he won't do attack. But if his attack is successful and he is going to get more, then definitely he will try. Mobile phone which we use and mobile phone which your Prime Minister and President use do not have same level of threat. Right? Barack Obama, when he became the president, he was fond of BlackBerry. He used to use BlackBerry. Such a Google will find the detail. His mobile phone was modified by his security expert. Okay? Many devices, many components was removed from the device because he was fond of BlackBerry only. A customized BlackBerry was given, not normal BlackBerry. Same way, your bureaucrats, your ministers, all the people of very high positions, if they use the same mobile phone in OS, do you think that it is safe? It's not safe. Because you do not have that level of security in this. So these are the very important things which we need to understand. What is threat, what is vulnerability, what is exploit, what is attack. I said zero-day vulnerability. So what do you mean by zero-day vulnerability? Zero-day vulnerability is that vulnerability has been exploited, it has been exposed, that means it is exposed to the public domain, and the company don't have time to patch it. 0 day is no time, patch it immediately. That's why it is called 0 day. 0 day vulnerability. That means you don't have enough time to patch it now. Do it right now, or else it will get exploited and you will face more. There are two types of vulnerabilities: known vulnerabilities and unknown vulnerabilities. In the last session, I will show you more about this, but now let me just explain it. So, what do you mean by known vulnerabilities? Anybody else? Known vulnerabilities are those vulnerabilities which have been already identified and known in a public domain. Okay? For example, you are using WhatsApp, you are using Facebook, you are using Google Chrome browser. For all such applications, there are vulnerabilities which is publicly known. After this, when I do the lab session, I will show you where to search the vulnerability, how you get it. Okay? So vulnerabilities are already known in the public domain. Those vulnerabilities are called as known vulnerabilities. If the vulnerabilities are not disclosed in public domain, that doesn't mean that system don't have the weakness. It is there. The only thing is nobody has tested it. So if someone is doing first time, if someone is identifying the vulnerability first time, that is called unknown vulnerability. Both are there. Known vulnerabilities, unknown vulnerabilities. Known vulnerability which is known in a domain, unknown vulnerability which is not yet identified but may exist. So how do you get the unknown vulnerabilities? That depends on the security researcher. He sits around the system, do all the activity, and first time he will identify that is unknown vulnerability. Okay? Well, so the objective was to make you to understand that no matter whatever system you have in the world have by default some other weakness, nothing can be 100% secure. It will definitely have some kind of weakness. The only thing is to break that weakness, how much effort is required. If the effort is more than the return, then I assume I am safe. If the effort is less than the return, then you can answer. Now I give an example. All of you use the your email or banking system, you give the password. So if you have studied basic algorithms, which algorithm is generally used for encrypting your files, for authentication or encryption? Generally, RSA. That is publicly cryptography, right? Asymmetric cryptography. Asymmetric cryptography, RSA, what is the current bit size? 2048. 1024 2048 bits we use. Okay? 2048 bit is used for a normal communication in RSA today. Okay? All of you are aware about the brute force attack. Do you know what is brute force attack? Brute force attack where you apply all the combinations. Okay? If I have a supercomputer which can make all the combinations possible, then what? It will break now. But to break the 2048 bit encryption brute force, the current computational resource may need 100 years. So you have assumed that you are safe, because nobody will wait for 100 years to break my cost. That is your assumption. But you know that if somebody does it, he will break it. That is your understanding, right? Current computer cannot break it in 100 years. But what about quantum computer? Quantum computer can do that work of 100 years in 1 hour. That means same 2048 bit scheme can be broken using a quantum computer. Now the question comes, if it can be broken, then how we are safe? Obviously we are not safe. Then why we are using it? Because we assume that not everybody has a quantum computer so easily available that they will break my password for my 10,000 rupees bank account to get. He has to invest $1 trillion. Nobody has that much computing resource now. So you assume you are safe. So ultimately, the objective of the discussion is make you to understand that you are safe because your attacker is not stronger than you. But there are situations where your attacker is more stronger than you are not safe. That is the understanding. So safety means it is just an understanding. The rest all is illusion. Okay? And that's why I say cyber security or when you say security is a myth. You have to understand that nothing is secure. It is only a kind of calculus. Now coming back. So threat over, attack over, vulnerability over, zero-day vulnerability over, and exploit also. Right? Now, what do you mean by? Now, what do you mean by vulnerability management? So, in an organization, you have so many assets. Not every assets are so sensitive. Not every asset store so much of important data. So, the threat also differs for each asset. If you look into that, first is key component of vulnerability management, identification of all hardware, software assets within an organization, importance of having a comprehensive inventory to understand potential vulnerability. In this campus itself, you may have so many computers. You have a network. You have many other router or switches and gateways, whatever. Do you think these computers are vulnerable? Maybe, but the computer where, for or marks are restored are more vulnerable than this. The security requirement for those systems are more than this. In an organization, you may have 500 computer and hardware devices. When you go for security, you need to first assess which devices are more important and which are least important. Need to be arranged in a priority and based on their values. So this is what they are talking about. An assessment, systematic examination of system to identify vulnerability, technique including automated scanning tool, manual testing and code review. There is one word used here, CVSS. I don't know how many you have explored it, I will show you. Look at this. Nothing is theoretical, everything works with logic and practical here. Okay? This is called CVSS calculator. The name is Common Vulnerability Scoring System. This is version 3.0, it is old actually, the latest is 4. CVSS 4.0. Yeah. So latest calculator version is 4.0. You should know about these. These are the well-known facts in the cybersecurity domain. So what happened? Any of the assets in your organization, if you have to identify which asset is more important, which kind of threat is more important. So as you are telling, sir, danger. This is the calculator which will tell you the level, whether it is red, orange, yellow, green. Okay? So you should not prioritize based on your own assessment. There is a methodology to assess whether the threat is serious or not serious. Now, how do you do that? So this is the calculator called CVSS 4.0, the latest version of the calculator. It's a long process. Don't need to go in the detail right now, but let us get familiarity with how it works. Look at this. If you look into this, there are various metrics. Okay? You have exploitability metrics. You have vulnerability system impact matrix, subsequent system impact matrix, supplemental matrix. So many factors are there. Total 7 to 8 categories are there, and for each category there are various attributes. Okay? Now, how do we assess? Look into this. Currently, CVSS version 4.0 score 0 and severity level is none. Calculator is set for the default. Okay? Now, I identified some issue on my server and I want to rate the vulnerability. So, how will I do that? So, you have to go here, look into this. Attack vector. Someone was telling how to attack. Attack vector is the way attacker will attack on your system. That may be through a network, that may be through a pen drive, that may be through an email, that may be through some other channel. Attack vector is the way how attackers attack on your system. So, you look into this. Who is the attack vector? You see here. Network, adjacent, local, physical. What is the way to attack? So you say physical. Okay. Attack complexity is low or high. So say high. Then you say attack requirement, privilege requirement. Okay. Then you see vulnerable system impact matrix. So if the system got exploited, what will happen? How much is the impact of that? So you see that if the system got compromised, then confidentiality, yes. Integrity, yes. Availability, not much. So based on these values, you see the total value changing. If it is a low, it is 4.4. And none, it's very low, right? This confidentiality, integrity and availability, I did not speak about that. I thought you might be knowing. The entire cybersecurity circle around only these three factors: confidentiality, availability, integrity. Confidentiality, objective is the data is only for the person who is actual owner who wants to access. So how do you assure that? Using cryptography, encrypting the data. Integrity, the data should be correct. No one should be able to manipulate it. System should be so well designed that unintentional or intentional manipulation is not possible. For example, I stored the marks of my student and somebody forcibly enter and modify, then the integrity of the data is lost. It's not secure. So, integrity should be there and confidentiality should be there. Third is availability. System should be available to the user as and when he wants. So if the system is down, it's a banking system, I want to withdraw the money 12 o'clock night and somebody attack the system, it is down. Nobody will use such system. So integrity, availability and confidentiality are the three pillars of cybersecurity. So everything rotates around only these three to satisfy these three. Okay? So now, look into this. Any of these values modified, the risk factor increase. Then if you see, subsequent system impact, if the high, it's all high, and here attack complexity is low. Suddenly it becomes 7. The moment I say attack complexity is low, if I say high, 5.4. If I say low, high. Why? Attack complexity is low means it is easy to do attack. If it is easy to do attack means it is more serious for you. You should immediately patch it. If attack complexity is high, that means more complex technique required to attack on your system, not everybody will be able to do. So you are still little safe. And that's why the threat value is less. Okay? You look into that. It's high, overall value 5.4, low. And the moment it becomes 7, you see the color also change. Correct? So, network. When I say physical and network, 9.3. Why? Physical means nobody will come near to your system to do attack. Most of the person try to attack on your system through networks, through remote only, right? If somebody need to visit your place to do attack on the system, chances are less. But if somebody attack on your system remotely through networks, chances are high. And if that is the case, the threat value is high. Is that clear? Understood? So this is how generally we calculate the threat matrix. Okay. Coming back. So generally, to do the vulnerability management, it's a continuous process. So you have to keep auditing your system and identify the weakness and keep updating the system with the latest software or hardware or security patch. Now, my first question to all of you, how will I scan the weakness of the system? Okay, we calculated the vulnerability, fine. That okay, we calculated the series effect, correct? That this is 9, this is 8, fine. I have my mobile phone. I want to identify whether my mobile phone has some vulnerability or not. How do I find it? No. What is the way to identify the weakness in the system? Right. Anybody? Finger down. There is something called vulnerability scanner. Have you heard about this? If not heard, you can search on the Google. I will tell you the tools. There are professional as well as open source tools to do the vulnerability scanning. Okay, I will show you. Okay. These are the well-known tools which is used for vulnerability scanning. I will tell you one by one. The most useful is Nessus by Tenable. You can get the community version of Nessus. You can create an account and you can download the Nessus on Linux or Windows system. These are professionally used vulnerability scanning software. It is used by professional organizations. So, how it works, I will show you the screenshot. This is how it looks, okay? So if you have an SS software, you need to just configure it in your desktop or laptop, and you can just set the target architecture that device will be your network. And if the system is able to ping that device, then this software can directly ping to those devices can find out all the vulnerabilities on that device, and it will only show you the rank, which vulnerability is serious and which are normal. We just now saw that there are various vulnerabilities. Some vulnerabilities are highly risk, whereas some vulnerabilities are not very risky. So how that calculated disorder process? So this software are able to identify those vulnerabilities and show you on the dashboard that your device has so and so vulnerability. Okay? These are called automated scans. These software are good enough to identify them. So if I want to find weakness on my computer, I need to use this. Okay? Now, after identifying the weakness, what next? I found that the system has this vulnerability. There are two things left over now. Either you patch it or you leave it for the attack. That's how you have correct. Okay, now I told you all this. I'll ask you a question. Do you think that this software has the power to identify any vulnerabilities? What kind of vulnerabilities can identify and what type of vulnerabilities cannot identify? Answer already I have given. I want the answer from you. I have already explained the concept. The question is simple. What kind of vulnerability this software can identify and what type of vulnerability this software cannot identify? I'll give another example. I will give. Suppose there is a new virus has come in society and you go with your blood sample to the pathologist. Will you be able to identify? He has never seen that virus in his life. Will you be able to identify? What type of virus will you be able to identify? Which already has seen. So I have given the answer now. So the vulnerability which is known in the public domain only can be identified by this software. If the vulnerability is not known in the public domain, software cannot. If software can identify all vulnerabilities, then no software will come in the market with such kind of bugs. Because the software has the power of God to find any vulnerability, right? Please understand that software is written by some human being who know what vulnerability is. Based on that, we have designed the software which can identify that known vulnerabilities now. You cannot write the code for another. Yeah? So we have limitations. Software can identify vulnerability, but software cannot identify unknown vulnerability. And unknown vulnerabilities will exist. And as long as unknown vulnerabilities exist, the job of security researcher is because that is the one place where the software has no use. Only the human intelligence can identify. Okay? Software cannot identify. Okay. So you can install the Tenable. Tenable you can get community version free. OpenVAS. This is Greencone OpenVAS software. This is also this does the similar work like Nessus. You can install OpenVAS on Linux system and you can do this. I will tell you the power of both the software. This Nessus, you cannot only identify the vulnerabilities on your laptop and desktop. It can scan everything. Raspberry Pi, Bluetooth module, cloud system, even your fingerprint device for your attendance, your mobile phone, your routers, you name almost all the devices around yes. It can give you the vulnerabilities of all those systems. So whether it is IoT device or it is cloud-based system or it is a mobile platform, for all such things, one single software is sufficient to do the scan and everything. Okay. Now, you have open maps, then you have Metasploit. How many have heard about Metasploit? How many have used it? Used it? Used it? Little bit. Okay, anybody else? Among all the tools what I have told, this is the most dangerous software. The most well-known software in security domain. There is one called Kali Linux. Metasploit completes the Kali Linux, but Metasploit is a separate software. There are two things: scan and attack. You have identified the vulnerability, but whether you will exploit the vulnerability is the second part. Right? Nessus, OpenMass, Nextcode, these software will only tell you to scan. They don't have the capacity to attack. They can only help you to find out the vulnerability of the system, but they can't do attack. Metasploit is different. He not only scan, he also do the attack. So he will find out the vulnerability and he will tell you clearly. He won't tell. Nessus is good in that. The benefit of Nessus is Nessus will tell you the vulnerability. And Nessus also will tell you that which tool can be used to attack this vulnerability. What else is required? You got the vulnerability and you also came to know that how it can be exploited. Same software will tell you. But Metasploit is a software which can identify the vulnerability as well as which can do the attack on the weakness. Okay. So we use Metasploit. The open source free software, you can use it from Kali. Now, going back to the slide. Okay. We go for another 15-20 minutes and close the session and we have some hands. So, okay, we understood what is vulnerability, what is an attack, what is exploit. We saw how a scanning works, which software is there. Where generative AI comes into picture, how it can assist us. So, generative AI, the benefit of generative AI is it is NLP based. So you can interact with the system in natural language and it can give you the response of your simple understandable language. Right? But how can I use generative AI for vulnerability management? So generative AI system can be plugged into the real-time system of an organization where historical vulnerability details are stored. Okay. So what happens? Suppose I want to assess the seriousness of my server, or if I want to assess some scenario, I can give that to an NLP-based LLM model, and he can give me the realistic scenario that okay, how your server can be attacked. I'll give an example. It's very real-time example so that you won't get sleepy. It happens in 2012. In 2012, there was a question paper leaked from VIVEKANANDA. Anybody remember? We were there in professor. 2012. Which paper you remember? Anybody remember that? DTA question paper was released, and it was mathematics question. Came in newspaper news, and there was a lot of drama in Vidhan Sabha. Inquiry was committee was constituted to do the inquiry. I was the one member in that committee. It went for long. I won't tell you what happened inside the committee, what everything. But when we did the inquiry, we found some mistakes. No, the problem was actually somewhere else. And it was foolishness. In VTU, actually, what happened? Question comes to the principal system and get the login, download, print, that's how. So, don't let it go. I said I don't say the exact detail, but so some of the principal who was very lazy kind of issue kept the password on desktop, so that if he has not reached the office on time, the assistants can log in and download that kind of scenario. It happens, you can understand. And that fellow, those who used to be technical assistant for downloading questions, they were not very, what you say, that you can't rely on them because they are maybe contractual people who get some 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees monthly. Easily can be exploited. So if the gang of the student has manipulated, you just send that to WhatsApp or something. They will do because they got extra cost, right? So they will see principal not ready and they question complete. So the scenario was totally different what we inquired. So now what I mean to say that today, if a university is setting up the server, exam system, and they know in the past this kind of things have happened. So if all the records are, minutes are there, analysis reports are there, it will all go into LLM model. Not today, when they are going to establish a new exam system, they can ask the LLM model, tell me what kind of attack is possible on my server. And this generative AI model will give you a realistic scenario. Look, so and so kind of possibilities are there. So you will get it there. Oh, like this is possible. So you don't need to imagine this as much. This platform will tell you what kind of threats may be possible, what kind of scenario is possible. Learning from your past history. That is the contribution of this generative AI into existing threat and vulnerability management. Yeah. Okay. So you can see here, leveraging historical vulnerability data to predict future vulnerability and their potential impacts. Automated reporting, generative comprehensive report, and documentation of vulnerability assessment, automatically saving time and effort. And scenario simulation, creating a realistic attack scenario for training and preparedness, improving incident response strategy. All these are possible through generative AI model. Generative AI system has solved a lot of research problems. Research problems for the researchers. Those who are doing PhD or writing MTech level projects can use this platform for various purposes. If I tell you, suppose you have designed one model, okay, and you want to test different kind of scenario. Instead, you generate the scenario, you can ask the LLM model to suggest you the different type of attack scenario. And you can also ask those LLM that, okay, tell me how my model can be exploited. So these are the new things which researchers can use. He can make one or two scenarios from his understanding, but he can get 10 different scenarios from the LLM model to test his own models. So what is the difference? Basically, normal AI and generative AI. Normal AI does only assist you to classification and regression tasks, and it requires structured input data, whereas generative AI, you don't need a structured data. You feed any information, he can process it, and he can give the output in use, not natural understanding form. These things we will do in lab now. I already told you about Nessus and Rapid 7. Okay. I'll break in 5 minutes and then 3:30 we go for class. By 4:30, there's a request that people want to know that. I do that. Okay. Okay, so just 5 minutes. In cybersecurity, one task which is very important is reporting and communication. So I will take you this into lab, but I will tell you that how generative AI helps us. So what happens when there is an incident and I want to communicate, identify clearly that what level of incident is, and inform to all the stakeholders. Generative AI can help me to clearly identify the level of threats, drafting the report, and sending it to all users automatically. So that saves a lot of time of a security research or analysis. So the role of generative AI are on various phases of the entire life cycle of the vulnerability management and security analysis. Okay, so we'll stop here. There are so much we cannot cover now. Anybody has any question? If there are no questions, there are only 2 possibilities. And then we have understood everything. Kali Linux is an operating system which has a bunch of security tools. So the question is, why we need an operating system? So answer is, for security purpose, when you want to do some processing, normal operating systems don't allow it. So Kali Linux kernel is manipulated, not manipulated, customized for only security related. So all those software are well adjusted with the Kali Linux. Those software may not work on normal. We discuss that. Please remind me. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll go to lab. I don't know, maybe tea break or something. We'll go to the lab.
So we thank Dr. Mahesh who has been from morning is explaining about this cybersecurity related things. So as a token of love from EKT complete representing. So we meet in the ground floor at flat number 009. Tea is also at